Welcome back, Nerdiverse, to another episode of the Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. I'm, of course, Master of the Nerdiverse, Mike G. And with me, as always, is the Master of the Nerdiverse, the Jedi Counselor himself. He has 17.5 trillion metachlorians in counting. His name is Wash. What's going on, sir?
What is up? Happy Friday to you, man. Glad to be here in the Nerdiverse on a Friday night. The weekend before a 420 on a Monday. So if you are out there celebrating, be safe. Be safe. Talking to all my California peeps.
Are you calling out? Are you calling out?
I'm just talking about
Are you
California
calling out?
peeps. That's all. That's all. The
All right,
incense. You,
man.
you
Okay,
you
I was
said
just
something.
saying.
You said
All
something
right.
about the incense, and my eyes literally just started like burning. Like when you get close to incense and like the spice or whatever it is. You know how?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how that happened. I'm like sitting here. I can like feel it.
The
Like.
spice must flow.
mm. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, Friday
There you
night, man.
go.
Stoked
We
to
in
be
effect
here.
now.
Oh yeah. Uh, Oh yeah, lighting that
Yeah,
incense in the
man. It's
room, huh?
hmm?
Lighting the incense in the room, huh?
Yeah, setting the
Weekend
setting the
before.
grandiose. Yeah, setting the ambiance, dog. You gotta hide that shit. Am I breaking up? It sounds like we're
No.
choppy.
We do look a little choppy, but that could be from my end. We are having some major storms going on, so let me make sure everything is shut down here because it needs to be.
Okay, because I literally just split my network because ooh, yeah, I'm coming in roboty as hell. Um,
No, you're.
and I wonder if that's causing any problems.
Oh yeah, you are kind of
I'm
jumpy,
good.
aren't you? Go ahead, rattle off a bit.
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah. I split my network, my wireless network, into a from a 5 gig and 6 gig to a specifically a 2.4. I have two running right now. One for my TV, which is old and won't take anything higher than a 2.4, and my everything else, which runs on 5. So I'm been kind of wondering if that's affecting if this new network is affecting my internet, and it seems like it is a little bit.
Well, you're kind of evening out now. So in the beginning, it was a little bit stumbly, but that whole part you didn't really have any issues. So, yeah, we'll have to monitor. I didn't even know you could split your net like that.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was pissed because my TV kept dropping my network connection. I was like not able to watch Netflix or how was your week? Was it how was your week was being stifled. So I was like, all right, what's going on? You know me, I don't let things go. So I literally spent like 6 hours researching the situation. Like, yeah, you can create a brand new network on specific wavelengths, on specific gigahertz, and tailor it to what you got going on in the house. So maybe it's just too many networks swimming at one time. Maybe I need to cut
Ah,
it, but it's we'll see. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, man. Well, we'll see how it all works out. But that's super interesting. Has it affected your gaming one way or the other?
I haven't tested it, but I will say I've fallen out of love with Crimson Desert because I'm pissed at the graphics again. So
Uh,
so but I don't do a lot of online gaming.
mm-hmm.
So the TV seems fine, but
Well, it hasn't connected like you're not having any type of issues with major battles, things like that. A bunch of things going on the screen at the same time. Like you know how snappy like Marvel Snap gets on a phone. You know what I
yeah.
mean? You're not having
Mhm.
any of those skipping or lagging issues.
Not yet.
All right.
But we'll see. I don't know.
Yep.
I just is can I do that? Sure, but are there repercussions to those actions? I don't know yet. But
That's a very interesting segue into one of our topics today. I'm very, very sure.
I do declare this man is just a walking segue, isn't he? Speaking of which, that's a very good segue into our episode this evening, which is called Masters of the Nerdiverse. episode 160. Disney, the Decepticon. Yeah, they're not Autobots right now. They're specifically Decepticon.
You
Uh,
know who's not there anymore?
who?
Mm,
I know a lot of people who aren't there anymore.
yeah, well, all right, valid point. Touche.
Touche. That is the seat of the problem. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. But of course, before we start the episode, I always like to ask Wash of these four topics, which we've revisited from here and there, but one is quite a surprise. Um, Godzilla minus zero. We finally get an idea of what this thing is looking like. The teaser dropped. Disney lays off over 1,000 workers, and Marvel celebrates with their CinemaCon. It's gotta have some thoughts on that. Um, we finally get an official Street Fighter trailer,
Fight.
official with plot and stuff. And last but not least, do you want to? Do you? Would you like a Bloodborne remake? No, you can't have that. Would you like a remaster? You may not have this. Would you like a full blown animated film? Yes, you may. Bloodborne out of everything is getting a animated movie. Wash of these four topics as of right now on the top of the hour. Which particular one is tickling your fancy?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You want a spoiler? A little bit of spoiler?
Yeah, yeah. Give me a little bit of a spoiler. I thought
Yeah,
maybe that segue was a little bit of a spoiler, but maybe
yeah,
not. All
yeah,
right. What do
yeah.
we got?
I may have to eat some crow on that one. Let me have to eat a. Just give it a
Ooh.
chance. I may have to just give it a chance.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry. I am fat. I do need to go to the gym.
You were right.
You were wrong. I'm right. You're smart. I'm
Oh, that's
dumb.
funny.
I'm ugly. You're totally attractive.
Damn.
All that shit. We'll talk about it. Maybe I'm
We'll
wrong.
talk about it. Very
But
interesting.
before we talk about that, and just want to remind everybody, this is a live show. So if you want to jump in on Twitch, if you want to jump in on YouTube, come by and say hi. We won't bite you hard. And like the content and subscribe to the channel and comment and all that fun stuff. But before we get into anything, I have to ask Squash the immortal question. How was your week?
You know what, man? We are still in a well. I haven't watched Maul yet, so I see Maul tomorrow.
Ah,
Yeah, unfortunately. So
I wanted to
I
talk
I
about it.
can't. I can't, man. I can't. I'm sorry. Like
Fine. I'll
it
be
just didn't
vague.
work out. But that's fine. You can talk about it. There's
Yeah,
no
vague.
spoilers.
It's
Like
no,
I'm
yeah,
not.
there's really no
Like,
spoiler to
come
this.
on. What are you gonna? Oh, you're gonna spoil something about? Come on.
Hey,
Like, stop. Well, yeah. No, I'm not even
the
worried about it.
spirit of
It.
dark
It.
plague has
It.
disappeared.
It
No, it's
In
fine.
fact, on the Twitter sphere this week, it was a tad bit quieter on the mole front than like that very first week was. That first week was gangbusters. Everybody was talking about it. I did not really necessarily see it in my feeds that much this week. So um, that will be for next week. And if maybe I'll watch that. I can't promise you that. Star Wars is special, so I get to it when I'm calm, relaxed, can enjoy it. You know, and I was just saying this on the stream today. Monday night, don't get me wrong, I love a Monday night, man. Monday night football game, fantastic. But if you have something that you're like looking to for quiet, like peace, calm, I don't know if Monday is necessarily that type of day for that type of energy. If you are of the um, mm, pro productivity spirit, let's
Yeah.
say. You know what I mean? So, that being said, how was my week? I took my own advice.
Okay.
At the end of last week,
Did you
I
get some
said,
cake? Did you get some cake?
I do have cake ingredients. We will be making cake for Sunday, and I do have some Swiss cake ho hos in the freezer for a little bit later. So,
My
in
man.
case you're wondering, diabetes, yeah,
Yeah, here we go. Me too.
yeah.
With
Um,
type 2 diabetes. Jesus.
Before I left last week, I went, yeah, read a Punisher comic.
Yeah.
So I went and I've been reading the Greg Ennis run of the Punisher. I picked a random
Nice.
Punisher run and I have been reading it. Unfortunately, I did not get to the end of it before this stream. I am
That's
on
okay.
issue
Take your
8.
time.
So very good. But a couple of takeaways and a couple of questions in general.
You got it.
First, Maganucci. Forgot all about Maganucci.
She's coming
Forgot
up too.
all about. Is
She's
she?
coming up. Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah, she's coming up.
fantastic. It may bring me in just reading this Punisher comic. It may bring me in, but this is some of my questions. So, one of the interesting takeaways that I found from, and I watched a couple of episodes of The Punisher on Netflix, and we know my history with Daredevil. So, still can't. I'm like, turn on Daredevil. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
No,
So anyway,
you can't make me.
like um when I was reading this, one of the things that this Punisher that I really like compared to the doom and gloom Punisher that we see that is super popular is he he's very subtle. He's a
Yeah.
much subtler person than what he's made out to be, on screen. And I guess my question to you is that a choice by who's making the Punisher? And we talk about this Punisher movie that's being made by John Berthendahl, that his
Mhm.
baby, like the ultra violent Punisher. I'm angry. I blow everything up. That's not necessarily the Punisher's characteristics. Like
Yeah.
he can be quite a charismatic, quiet dude, minding his business until he pushes someone off a or into a train, or he tells someone to jump out of a speeding car. It's subtle compared to what we always see. So I guess my question to you is, for live action purposes, is that a choice to make him more interesting, to bring us that version?
It depends on a bunch of factors, right?
Hmm.
It depends on if that character or if that world has a it depends on how strict the Bible is, so to speak. Every single creative property has a Bible. These are the rules you just can't break, right? Well, Star Wars has them, Marvel has them. And with certain characters, that Bible's pretty strict. This is, this is Spider-Man. And this is what we're going to do with Spider-Man. Even though when you've been around for 65, 75 years, there are multiple interpretations of that character.
Hmm.
Um, I like to think about look at the difference between Zack Snyder's Superman
Hmm.
and James Gunn's Superman. These guys would not be friends. They're kind of night and day. You know what I mean? And that's just interpretations of the character. So as long as it doesn't break the Bible, meaning like these are the undoables, then I think these characters are open to interpretation because there are some Punisher comics where he's insane and he's a problem, and there's some Punisher comics where he's calculating and quiet and he's still upset. Frank's going to be Frank, but he's just a bit more reserved. He's a bit
Well, but
more,
it's subtle. He's a
subtle.
bit more subtle in all of it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's accepting pies from the neighbors. He's talking to the kids out front. You know what I mean? He's not just necessarily, yeah,
it's it's not the Punisher all the time. Like
right.
he
I'm gonna.
can be sometimes. He just, you know,
And the reason I bring it up is because last week we talked about how they've redone the Punisher like 3 or 4 times
yeah.
now, and we have a new Punisher movie that comes out that looks like, well, they're redoing the Punisher again. So my question to you is this the only thing that they can bring with the Punisher, or is there more that I, as the casual Punisher Daredevil seeing things, if I go to these shows, am I going to find a deeper Punisher?
It's funny, especially talking about specifically the Punisher. Uh, it really depends on where you find Frank. Much like most characters, they're very mad when they start out. Batman Year One is a very upset, vengeful, kind of like rough but efficient character. Batman Year 20 is a completely different beast. He's going to break you down. He's going to analyze you. He's the world's greatest detective. Frank mellows out a little bit throughout decades, right? Um, he starts off right, mind you. we get the origins of the Punisher in Daredevil season 2, I think, and he's full on full vengeful God. Frank, please stay out this guy's way. I did it, and I do it again, and I loved it. Yes, they deserve to die. I hope they burn in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Uh, but if you watch the movies, you'll get varying degrees of Punisher, right?
Who is that? Tom. I
Thomas
can't.
Jane,
Thomas Jane's Punisher. Yes, that's the
yes,
one. Yeah.
and rest in peace, Ray Stevenson's Punisher.
Yes.
Very different guys. You know what I'm saying? Ray Stevenson, which he does a great job. Punisher Warzone is an insane movie.
That's
Very
Ray
different Punisher.
Stevenson.
Yes, that is
That's Ray
Bale.
Stevenson.
Yes. You have to watch that damn
I
movie.
have to go back and watch that movie,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Ray Stevenson as the
goodness.
Punisher, bro.
Oh my goodness. I have to go back
Jigsaw.
and watch that movie.
You
Damn it.
know,
All right. I'm in.
parkouring Jamaicans, dog. It gets crazy, you know?
Yeah.
He's more akin to the Garth Ennis Punisher than
Then
Bernthal, who's full of rage and psychosis. You know what I'm saying? So
like mental health.
like
Right.
mental health issues, right?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, my man needs to talk to someone, refuses to. Um, so you see like a veteran Punisher in Ray versus a unchained dog in John, and right in the middle with thing you just said
Jane.
his name,
Jane.
Thomas Jane.
Thomas. Yeah.
Thomas Jane is really like a porridge is just right between those two, because he does
Okay.
some. Him and John Travolta do some stupid stuff in that first Punisher movie. But
Okay.
yeah, it really depends on where they are in their arc, and this is still maybe Punisher year 5, year 6, if we're kind of trying to think chronologically.
Yeah.
But the MCU
Yeah.
is all over the place with
Yeah.
the snap. It could be Punisher year 10. I don't know.
Oh.
Marvel's done a really piss poor job at making the continuity like like digestible. I don't know what year, like how long, like was Cap for like 20 years and then died? Was he Cap for 5 years then died?
There's
Like
no why. Yeah. There's no context for
how
any of
long was
that,
Tony
man.
Stark Spider-Man? I mean, how long was Tony Stark Iron Man? Was it 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? I don't know.
3
When he did
weeks. Yeah.
3
I don't
weeks,
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Valid.
count a lot of stuff. So it's like how he said I am Iron Man and I am Iron Man. What is the gap? And I know somebody will tell me. I may have to actually ask AI. How long canonically was Tony Stark Iron Man in the MCU? I don't know. How many years was that? Pretty much
I don't
how
know.
old is the MCU? Because he was there at the very beginning, but you can't even count him because there was MCU going on before him with like Captain Marvel
Yeah.
and Captain
Yeah.
America, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there was MCU
Yeah.
before him, you know.
Before. Like way
That's
before.
that's why Nick Fury wasn't impressed with him, dude. You ain't doing nothing. We've seen it all before. But yeah, to overall answer your question, because I can talk I can talk Punisher all night, but yeah, there's a lot of Punisher out there. Watch Warzone. It's
Yeah,
goofy
I'm gonna have to go
fun.
back and watch that because I did
He
look for a because I could have sworn, and maybe it's this animated film, or I guess not. Wasn't there a Punisher animation
Yes, it's
cartoon?
Japanese.
That's what I was
It's like a
looking for,
Punisher
but I couldn't
anime.
find it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I yeah.
It's
All
in
right,
that
I
same
need to find
grouping
it.
of like the Blade anime and the Iron Man anime and the X-Men anime.
That's
I
on
want to say
Disney.
there's a Punisher one. It was like
Okay.
just when Disney got the rights, I think.
Okay, because those are on Disney, and the only
Somewhere, yeah.
Punisher animation I found was like an Avengers team up type of thing, and I was like, yeah, and it cost like $5 to rent. I'm like, are you out of your
No,
mind?
yeah.
So,
Punisher appears in Spider-Man animated series. He appears in Hulk. I want to say the animated series. He appears on a lot of the newer Avengers Disney stuff, but it's not that good.
yeah, maybe I'm just thinking about him as a side character in those other films. Then is what I'm thinking of. So,
Yeah.
that is something I did for this week, and I will finish it up. My second question, and I don't want to get too long winded. I didn't
No,
mean for
no,
that to go that long,
no, my
but
bad. You know.
no, it's all good. That's why I have the question: who decides how long a run is? Because this run is 12 issues, and I'm wondering how first, like we look at like Swamp Thing, wasn't there like a 40? Well, that was a graphic novel, right? So I don't know if
Yeah.
that was one run or 4 runs. I'm not sure. At any rate, Like, who decides how long a run is? How long is a short run? How long is a long run? And lastly, how much time is between a run?
Like in universe or like in the
Like,
world?
let's say that you started a run, Spider-Man episode 3, and then
Mhm.
you like had a coma, right?
Yeah.
Are they gonna let you pick up with Spider-Man episode 4 in like 17 years when you wake up?
Depend. Okay. Okay. Let me back up.
Okay.
Okay. I try to be quick. Who decides how long a run is? We do. If it sells, that bad boy's running forever,
Damn.
right? It doesn't sell. Guess what? We're moving on. You know, you know.
You
That's just
were
how the
only as good as your last
You're
run.
only as good as your last
Okay.
comic.
Okay.
You know how quickly people get
Damn.
fickle and flip on you. And then yep, that's that for that. All right, Brian Michael business. Nobody's buying what you're selling anymore. I'm going to DC. Farewell. You know, it
So
could be
when you
that
think
quick.
about something like Archie Comics, that's really impressive, bro, because that
Yeah,
thing's been
because
around for like
well,
70 years. You
the
know what I
problem
mean?
is one guy. Think about like Peanuts, right? It's Charles Schultz, right? There is
Or
no
Calvin and
run.
Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes. It's me. And I'm
Yeah.
going to keep this going until the brakes fall off, and I'm going to do it forever. There are no arcs. It's just constant
It's
flow of
just
consciousness.
comics.
Yeah, it's just comics. But
Interesting.
yeah, there is no arc. Like the problem, the gift and the curse of of modern comic books is that it's no one's baby. Spider-Man belongs to no one and everyone. So you want a Chip Zarsky run that's going to last, let's say, 2 years, 3 years. I think Superior Spider-Man ran for like 4 years, single run. It would just, it
Four
just
years single run.
single run.
How many issues? Like
Like think about it, a issue a month for 4 years.
so one a
12
month.
times 4. Yeah,
Okay,
12 times
48.
4. Yep, there you
48.
go.
All right. I didn't know if
Sometimes
it was one a week or one a month. Okay.
it's like one a month sometimes. It depends on the comic.
Okay.
Some one every 3 months, depending on how crazy the art is and how crazy the writing is. And then you have events, which is usually anywhere between 8 to 15 books. And it's an event comic. Think Civil War, Kingdom, you know
The
what I'm saying?
15 bucks? With like that's how long that is? Damn. All
Bro, that's
right.
not even, I'm not even talking about the spin-off sides. Spider-Man Civil War, Fantastic Four Civil War, X-Men Civil War, and then there's the main Civil War run, which is
Yeah.
8 to
Okay.
15. So there could be 40 or 50 comics in a run, in an event alone. And events are only supposed to last maybe what, a 6 months
Like
max,
no more than a year. They try to
8 months.
wrap them up relatively quickly,
Yeah.
to my
So
understanding. That's
you
interesting.
yeah,
Uh,
the Nightfall Batman ran for like a year and a half to its fruition.
Can you point me and the Nerdiverse in the direction of a YouTube or video documentary that like tells how comic books are made?
Oh, there's always Make Comics the Marvel Way, which is one of my favorite books
Made
of all time.
comics.
Make Comics the Marvel Way, and it really breaks down as a once young and up and coming comic book creator and artist and wannabe writer. These are books you pick up. Make Comics the Marvel Way. There are plenty of talking heads that are the goats that'll give you a to Z comfortably of how comic books are made. Um, I was just watching a documentary on how Alex Ross made Kingdom Come, one of my
Yeah,
favorite DC books of all time. He
yes,
just
that's
did a
something I want to
documentary.
see. Okay.
Yeah,
Where
like
do
where
you
his
find
thought
that?
process was. On YouTube. It was on YouTube. It just
YouTube.
came
Okay.
out.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. Very
Very
good.
interesting stuff. He talks about where his head was, where comics were at the time, his direction, his artwork, his the writing. It's really interesting stuff.
What I find super interesting is that's the stuff I don't want to you that's the behind the scenes stuff in Star Wars I don't want to know because it takes
Yeah.
away all it's like what was George Lucas thinking? I'm like, I don't want to
I
know
don't
what
want to
Joey
know
I
what he's
just
thinking.
I just want to enjoy the laser swords, man. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here I'm very much like I want to understand like the technical parts behind this because I mean, when you look at a comic for what it is, and I'm gonna wrap up, like each comic is pretty damn impressive. When you look at a
Hmm.
comic for what it is,
What it
it is
takes.
yeah for what it takes, and just story wise to put
Yeah.
this out, it like for a
You know,
layman, someone who's just getting in, year one, it's like, damn, okay.
you pick up a comic book from indie to Marvel Studios, at least, 5 or 6 different hands have touched it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You have pencilers, you have inkers, you have colorists, you have the writer, you have the editor, you have editors in chiefs, you have, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into making a comic, and everybody has to be on the same page. No pun
Yeah.
intended. You know what I'm saying? And my um one of my best buddies, James, who's literally one of my buddies at comic book club at, shout outs Jeffrey's Comics. Before he started as a actual comic book writer writing comics, he would just spitball these insane ideas all the time. Guy was brilliant, and he found his way into making comics for IDW and Godzilla, and
Wow.
he's doing it, and it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you do it. What's going on, Bradley? How you doing, sir? But yeah, comics are super. If I could just find a writer, I would love to just start doing art for a comic again. I just don't feel
I
like
mean,
writing.
yeah.
Writing's hard, man. I don't feel like writing, to be honest with you.
I mean,
You
we could
give
do
me
a
a
Star
script, I'll
Wars
do it.
comic
I'm sure we can pull that together.
because I got some stories that I'm working on. I've listened to enough books where I'm pulling something together. Like I
How
didn't want
about
to, but I'm like, you know what? I think I may just give it a shot. Like
Wash?
write it, send it in. Who cares?
How about Galaxy Skirmish? Can you write a Galaxy Skirmish?
I mean, I hadn't considered it, but
Can you
yeah.
write a
Well, I don't
universe fight?
have I don't have the ship knowledge. I don't have the technical ship
Man,
knowledge
we
to
can worry
do
about that
that
later, but we can
properly.
worry about that later, man.
But yeah, all right. Well, something we can
We can
talk
worry about
about.
that
You
later,
know what I
baby.
mean? We have a slice of cake and talk about it.
I'm not
Um,
asking you about the logistics of warp speed technology. Let's just write about two
well,
lovers in love in the galaxy, though.
yeah, don't do that because that's going to go to my other thing that I'm about to talk about that I did this week. Very quickly, Escape from Valos, Star Wars, High Republic, folks. It may be my first one. I've read over 156 Star Wars books. I've
Okay.
never given one a one. This may be it. I have yet to decide, but finished it. Skip, hard pass.
Okay.
It's one of those things where they're talking about what they want to talk about, which includes two lovers, ironically. And you know what? It's not executed well. So, moving on. Finished Leia before the princess, as I tweeted the other night, which I really
Leia
like.
Organa, baby.
Leia Organa, 3 out of 5. Solid book. Didn't think I'd enjoy it, but just the Organa uh, uh, you pretty much get to see the rebellion forming on Alderaan as well as what Leia's going through. Super cool book. Last thing I want to say for my week, and I will wrap it up. I spent some time with Starfield last week. I want to say I played Starfield
Oh,
for
talk to me.
8 hours last week.
Fun. Talk to me.
Yeah, I did not find. I found some of the new content, like to
Oh,
cruise through space. I found the bobblehead. I didn't find the main mission. I have no idea where it's at.
what do you
Oh,
mean didn't find? Like it's just not there? Like, hey, new
so
content, content, content.
like the previous DLC, you know what I mean? They you just ran into them at the main
Yeah.
hub.
Like on it,
Yeah,
New Atlantis or something like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, they were just there. That did not. There's none of that, and it
I
seems
hate
like
when they do
it.
that.
It kept saying to download the mod, but I'd go in and I'd go into creations and I'd look for it, and I didn't see it, and I'm like, I don't see it. But I was
Wait.
able to do in between the space battles or fly in between the free fly mode. So I was like, all right, you must have did it. I found the bobblehead, so you did it. Cool. Um, I spent eight
Wait.
hours with. Yeah, go on.
So they make you download the DLC or the update rather, and then they make you jump into Creator and download a mod so it works.
That's what the instructions say when you turn on the Xbox and turn on Starfield. It says go to Creator and download Tantus whatever. I go to Creator,
What?
it's not there.
Why they make you go and find it? That is
I, like,
That is
look,
bass backwards, dog.
look,
Like,
I looked 3 times and I was like,
really?
I'm just gonna play the game. I'm sure it's here
I'm sure it's got to
somewhere.
be here. So, yeah,
I did not run into it over the course of my 2 days of playing. It was rainy,
I'm
so that's all I really did. Weird. I don't know.
weird.
So, okay,
I don't know how to feel about that. That's crazy.
here's my takeaway. I enjoyed my time at Starfield. I was playing Starfield, I did missions, I'm flying
Mhm.
around, I'm doing stuff. And at the end of my 8 hours, I very much was like, did I actually do anything in this game? And the answer was no. And you want to know how I know? It becomes with my thing of the week, and my thing of the week is lasting long. Sorry. Um, because I turned on Avowed Tuesday. Avowed is better than Starfield in so many
Mhm.
ways. It is
Mhm.
hard to describe. And as I was playing Avowed, I felt instantly more gratification with what was
Mhm.
happening on screen and the consequences of it than what Starfield gave me. And thus,
Mm,
I think I am actually now done with Starfield. It is
got
cool.
it.
I love it. It's great. But honestly, there's just no. It's like it's like you're walking around. It's like you're walking around a video game.
Mhm.
It's like you're walking around a video game. Like you're interacting, but nothing's really that hard. Everything's lit up, and just look at stuff. So, Avowed better than Starfield in my opinion, and Avowed also been 2 weeks, been on one spot, getting my ass kicked. Last 2 weeks,
Good.
I'm like, go do side
Yeah.
missions, level up,
Level
level
up.
up. Still get my ass kicked. Thursday or Wednesday, played, went. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Got my ass kicked. Went, I looked. I have 3,000 more experience points I need before I can hit my next level. And I need to pass this to get to the next point in the game. This is
Yeah.
where we're at with Avowed. And so it's just more satisfying.
You better side quest it up.
I
You
mean,
better you better go.
I'm almost at the stage where I'm like, I need to almost start over. But I am almost. I put 6 days of my life into Starfield. I've been playing that game 6 days. I've been
Mhm.
playing Avowed 20 hours. So, bold statements by me. But Michael, how was your week, sir?
Yes. Me.
Sorry.
Uh I will segue into my week by saying you said something. I'm playing around a video game,
Hmm.
right? Like I'm playing. I could I'm doing things, but I'm not in the game. I feel outside of the game. Like I'm circling the game. You know what I mean? And to that I say, welcome to Crimson Desert, because that is the biggest like iceberg lettuce game of all time, where I can put in 7 8 hours and be like, I started this game in this standing in this spot, and I ended my session standing in this spot. What did you do? I don't got a hat. I killed some guys. Am I even closer to the story? No. Are you more? Are you like? Are you like a kindle to your character? Do you love Cliff? No, I don't know who he is. The game won't tell me. He doesn't talk. He's
At
like
all?
he does. He's not Link. He's not like "Ah,"
All right.
like
All
that.
right.
He just the man just doesn't have anything to say when
All right.
normally you're playing Witcher 3, you're on Roach, and Geralt just kind of talk to himself. Yeah, man. Rough road. Gotta go. I want to go see what's her face, but we don't get nothing out of Cliff. Cliff is very I speak when spoken to type stuff. And I just don't care about him. Like he has powers. I don't know why. He has the powers of nature. I really don't know why. Like, he has people
Yeah.
that hangs out with. I don't know them. I feel like when you go to a stranger's party, I feel like when you go to your friend's party and the only person you know is your friend, but they disappear into the party and now you're standing by yourself, and you're like, I'm gonna go get a soda. I'm not gonna. No one knows me, so no one's talking to me. I'm gonna sip my soda and oh, there's I make me a little plate, quietly make a plate, and it's just like I don't feel connected to this whatsoever. And I'm like, that kind of sucks. And the problem I've had for the last couple of months is I've been picking bad games, right? Ever since Star Wars Outlaws, my game selection has been like
Well,
ass.
Resident Evil was good.
I mean, it was good, but it was very quick. I beat that
Oh,
game
all
in like
right,
2 weeks, right? It was a,
all
it
right.
was a good, quick Capcom experience. Resident Evil was nice, but it's not going to give me the Star Wars Outlaws scratch, right? Not the.
No,
It's not going to give me a Fallout 3 like um a Monster Hunter World type. I am just addicted to this, and I don't know what to do,
yeah,
right? And the problem, and the thing is that I've been really wanting to play a game called Pragmata, the Capcom game. Is pretty much Mega Man, I guess, where you pretty much playing a puzzle game and a shooter at the exact same time, and your brain has to do left brain, right brain stuff. It looks like a ton of fun. I want to see what that feels like. But Crimson Desert is like that jealous girlfriend that doesn't like you talking to other people. You
yeah.
know, it's like, who's that name in your phone? Oh, that's Pragmata. We're just. I, if you want to be with that bitch, you can be with that bitch. And you gotta be. I don't even know why I'm around. Like Crimson Desert, chill. I will play you. See, this is what my mom was talking about. You ain't shit. And
Damn.
it's like Crimson Desert is really mean, just in the way it plays. So I'm like, I wasted money on Borderlands 4. That thing is still under the ocean right now. I don't think I'm gonna pick that back up. Wasted money on Outer Worlds 2. I'm just like, man, I thought I would like it. I really wasn't vibing with it. And now I'm here with Crimson Desert and I want to get Pragmata. And I'm like, oh, dude, not again. So I feel like obligated to play this game. I feel like a uncomfortable obligation. Mind you, when I'm
Until
in it,
I
fun.
I I was looking forward to Pragmata until you just
Me
said
too.
Mega Man, like, and I'm like, well, that's interesting, but then I see the gameplay on it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's for me necessarily.
It's
Like, I like it, but I don't know if it's a game for me that
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
be
if it's
like,
for
shit.
me.
I may be like, this is too hard.
It doesn't look it looks like it's asking a lot of you in the moment. Because
Hmm.
you're playing as astronaut man with the little girl on back, right? And you fight these robots that cannot be hit until you crack their code. Her job is to crack code, your job is to shoot. But the problem is you have to do both. So you're doing like this little quick little, phone, the puzzles they give you on your phone when you have to
Yeah,
unlock it.
yeah.
Draw a Z. You're doing that on top of shooting, on top of dodging. Reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 14, where you have to remember you learn your rotations in the MMORPG. So you have to be mindful of your rotations and mindful of the AoEs on the floor, but also do damage, but also heal because you're a healer. It reminds me of like that kind of balancing act, which can be very satisfying.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of feel like cheating on Crimson Desert with Pragmata, but that's another $70 that I just can't bring myself to spend. I'm in a weird way when it comes to playing video games right now.
How long? And this is the how long of Crimson Desert you got left? You you
Um,
halfway
that's a rude
through you.
question. That's a rude question. You know, I'm seeing MFers on like hour 395.
Damn.
I'm seeing other efforts.
Damn.
Somebody literally shaking head emoji. This is a 500-hour game. Dog. This game
Damn.
wants a relationship, dog. This game is not here for a good time. It's here for a long time. It wants you
Uh,
committed. It don't like other games floating around it because it's so complicated that if you stop playing it, you're gonna forget how to play it, and then you're totally SOL. I'd stopped playing it for like 3 days. Jump back in and got my ass whooped by some commoner dude with a fire stick because I couldn't remember any of my moves. I had to stop. Look at my skill tree. How do I do this again? That took 20 minutes, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm back in effect. And then you play the game and you do nothing. You just run around and find socks and I just learned how to steal carts for horses. It's a weird game, dude, and
well,
it's
I'm
very ugh.
definitely waiting on Game Pass.
If
That is
that,
for certain.
because I
That
even
is
looked up.
absurd.
I was like, I'm having this issue where it ghosts. You ever seen that on your screen where it ghosts like the after image when it's like not synced right? The characters when you do your classic character spin, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
there's an after image of the character
Oh.
that you see, and it's ugly. I don't like it, and I'm going online like, am I crazy? Am I the only one getting this? Is it batch? Is it patched? Is it fixed? Are you on Xbox? Yeah. Nah, man. This is how it is. Everybody's like in unison. Nah, man, man. I'm like, is it fixed on PC? Of course it's fixed on PC. It's PC, right?
It's
They
PC.
fix it. Is
Yeah.
it fixed on PS5? Yeah, of course it's fixed on PS5. That's the moneymaker. I'm never buying a third party game on Xbox ever again. Because they just abandoned the console. PS5 has had this fixed for weeks now, almost going on a month, and my game is still sitting here in the dark ages,
Damn.
eat, eating spoiled bread and drink. It's a long. You know what this game is? This game is a long walk for a warm beer.
Uh, nah,
Hmm.
skip. Skip. I've
Hmm.
done that. Skip.
This game is a long walk for a warm beer.
I mean, unless you're desperate. If you're desperate, fine, but no, in
Yeah,
general, because you
so
got to walk back, bro.
you got to walk
Those
back with
warm
warm beer
beer,
on your
yeah,
tummy.
no, bro, yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
it's not
No,
good.
it's
It
not
doesn't
good.
feel good.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
that's where I'm at video games. I was gonna play some. I was playing a lot of it until the graphics pissed me off again. So I stopped, and I was like watching all these people play Pragmata and have fun, and looks
Damn.
looks like a blast. I'm like, oh, sucks. Um, TV wise, I'm all caught up on Mall. So
Okay, yeah.
I have questions, but I'll hold them because
No,
it's
you can ask, bro. Fire away.
no, it's not even
It's
nothing
one
that press.
episode.
It's nothing that pressing.
All right.
It's just Star Wars
Yeah,
stuff.
you can always text me tomorrow afternoon too. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
That's when
Okay.
I get
Well,
it out.
yeah. Watching Daredevil Born Again continues to be good. Uh, watching Invincible,
Mm,
you know, they haven't done the part that pisses me off yet, so I'm like baby toes in. That still remains to be great. I watched a movie that was, and I know we're really long in the tooth with this how's your week, but honestly, this is like one of my favorite parts of the show. So, real quick, I watched a movie called Primitive War.
yeah, I didn't see that on my.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, okay. No, actually, I think I even watched the trailer for it. Yeah, I did watch the trailer for it.
it's this movie
Uh,
is so weird. It is literally all right, guys. Dinosaurs, Vietnam. you know,
yeah,
it is like that's the idea. But why are there like emotional beats in it that make you like care and cry and like what? Like this movie is so written so weird that it goes from Freddy Got Fingered to like Apocalypse Now, where you're like, what is happening? Why am I caring
you
about
know
this?
what?
This
That's
this
kind of how the trailer was, to be frankly honest with you. At the
Yeah,
start of the
it's
trailer, I was like, I'm not going to even finish this trailer. And at the end of the trailer, I was like, what the hell am I? What am I watching right now? Is this
yeah,
cool? This looks kind of cool.
it's
So,
kind of
was it good?
cool.
All
It's
right.
it's so dumb, dude. Because mind you, nothing's ever better than Jurassic Park 1. Okay, question. Yeah.
You saw BC with Kylo
Yeah,
Ren.
with Kylo Ren, yeah.
Yeah, you said that was terrible. Was
Yeah.
it better than that?
It's better than that because this is
Okay.
more fun.
Yeah, okay.
Kylo
All
Ren
right.
was way too serious and had uh kids and it's dumb. This is dumb. This is like it feels like a Capcom game. It's movie. It's so ambitious that you kind of have to smile at it because it looks like the graphics were made with $1.98. It looks like it's running
Ah.
off like but it warms up because there's certain scenes like there's no spoiler because what the hell there's a scene where two T-Rexes run 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 shop on a Vietnam base at night in the rain. And so you have these two T-Rexes fighting an entire base of like Viet Cong or like Russians or something with helicopters in the air and explosions and dudes getting bit in half. And you're like, what is this movie, dude?
It's funny.
And then you have a scene where like infinite raptors fighting against the full might of the U.S. Army. It's so burnt out, Doug. But there's scenes where one of the characters is fighting a heroin addiction, and you get them see get them you get like a you get a weird uh like what's that one movie with Marlon Wayans and Jared
Yeah,
Leto?
yeah, I got you.
You get weird like Requiem for a
Yeah,
Dream
yeah.
moments
There you
where
go.
it's like, yeah, war is hell, man. This is, oh my god, it's so, I kind of want to recommend it because it's so stupid. It's like it needed
Recommend it.
10.
It's your show.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
recommend
gonna
it,
recommend.
man. Go
Fine,
ahead
I'm
and
gonna recommend
recommend
it.
it.
This is a movie.
Boom.
Boom, stamp. Check Mike G's recommendation. Smoke a bowl and freaking watch Primitive War. You will not
There you go.
regret it
There
because
you
it's just a
go.
video game at some points. But then it wants to make you cry and make you like, I why am I sympathizing with this situation? It's so wacky.
A
The
good
punches. Hmm?
420 movie then coming up on
Yeah, it's
Monday. There you
gonna be
go.
a great 420 movie, and you're gonna be like, why do I feel this way? It's so stupid. I love it. It's so burnt out. Now I was like, I enjoyed that. I like the bad graphics warm up to you. It's so
There's
weird.
so much more I need to watch because it's literally sitting next to Predator Badlands. So after I watch the
Ooh, you gotta
trailer,
watch
it's
that.
like, how do I watch this before I watch Predator Badlands?
Sometimes it be
Then
like
I'm
that.
like, I'm not about to watch Predator Badlands, so I'm not about to watch this cooking show.
Cooking show, a burn notice. you know, I don't. I'm not watching this dumbass movie. I also watch Crime 101 with Chris Hemsworth and Holly Berry. It's a super skip. Uh, it's crime. It's
That's,
heist scene
I
shit.
mean, dude can't make a movie outside of Thor. That's what they say
Ah,
his issue is, and that's really sad because he's really good at Thor, and he's had a
yeah.
couple of shots, but all his movies do not seem to do well at
He
all.
has that Alan Rickman problem. Like the big guy
Just
from the big dude from. We're going to talk more about that. But let's get into some news, shall we?
let's do it.
Let's start this off right. The Let's start this off right. So, CinemaCon happened this
Yes,
week
it did.
rather, with a whole lot of nothing. Don't want to
Yeah,
talk about any of it. There's a whole lot of murmurs about what was shown, what wasn't shown. I'm a very tactile person. I'm not going to sit here and talk about um what happened in the Doomsday trailer if I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
no,
I think that's kind of cheap. But
yeah.
I did see the final trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, which in my opinion
Yeah.
should be the first trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. My question is, Wash, does this feel like a Star Wars movie? Um, or does it feel like a Star Wars episode?
I got to be honest with you. By the time I was finishing watching this last trailer, which I didn't necessarily need to watch, but we're professionals here, so I watched it. And it's like, all right, they didn't really give me anything new necessarily, like just a little snippet here, which was probably needed for a layman to understand
Yeah.
anything about what the hell's going on in this. But
Hmm.
what I want to say about it is, I think after watching this trailer, I almost wish it was season four versus a 2 hour
Right.
movie because I think that what they're doing is building up also to what's going to happen in Thrawn and really what happens after the Clone Wars and Empire or the Empire Strikes Back, and that is all the warlords from the Empire who still are alive. They
Hmm.
got their crews, they got their ships, they're out there, they're causing havoc, trying to bring back the Empire. Everyone's essentially waiting for the next to come up. There are four or five of them floating out there, but the main big bad thus far is going to be Thrawn. So I think that this is going to do a nice bridging gap for whatever's coming to help explain anything about what's going on. Because otherwise, I think, as an, and I have tons of friends who are Star Wars fans, and they
Hmm.
literally watch none of this. They just
Mm.
it doesn't capture them. It doesn't really grab them. They don't watch Ahsoka. They watch season one of Mandalorian, season two of Mandalorian, but probably didn't finish Mandalorian. So I think it's going to be a big ball of fun, and I think that's what it's meant to be. I don't think that there's going to be much seriousness, uh, lore going on, except for the setting up of, yeah, we have a bunch of warlords out there. We need a bounty hunter. Boba
Hmm.
Fett, da-da-da, to go get them. And the interesting part is going to be, of course, what's Grogu? What are we doing with Grogu? Is Grogu about to become Yoda? Is Grogu going to be a Mandalorian? So those are the questions I think that I'm looking for throughout this movie, is just to see his growth. I mean, I don't even need to see the Mandalorians proved what he had to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he did the thing. I don't need to see that. So for me, it's more about Grogu.
Very good. Very good. Shout outs Bradley. Yes. Send me his artwork. I'd love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Love to see his artwork. Definitely send that my way. Anime style. Uh, with me, when it comes to this trailer, I thought this trailer was actually excellent. It showed stakes, it showed kind of like a forward momentum that this film hasn't really received from Disney. The marketing on this, in my opinion, has been very atrocious. Like the Super Bowl spot that had nothing to do with the film and it had everyone just kind of confused. The kind of just like Grogu spots where it's like, buy the toy. It is just like, are we? People are kind of over Grogu, our baby Yoda, as it were. So I know they want him to be the cell, but he's not going to be the cell for this film. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to be the Star Wars heads and the lore, and what's actually going on. And you mentioned that it's a lot of post Return of the Jedi, pre um kind of pre a Force Awakens stuff going on right now,
Hmm.
right? Where they're kind of like setting up the next big thing. That's what, and even in Mall, it feels like it's setting up this almost chessboard of players, you
They
know?
literally have to, because
Yeah.
technically speaking, like, the expanded universe isn't canon. We
It's not.
have very little that is actually canon after Return of the Jedi. We have like a couple of games, couple of books, like at the Aftermath series, which is just shh, that's over there. Okay,
Yeah.
but so they kind of have to, especially with what they did with Ahsoka. For I guess the way I think about it is whoever was in charge was like, Ahsoka's gonna sell. Let's put her out here, and they probably put that out a tad bit too early as
Hmm.
compared to like where the actual story was, because it left folks going, okay, Ahsoka, who, what, why? I didn't watch Clone Wars. Who the hell is Ahsoka?
Who's
And it's
Ahsoka?
like,
Yeah. Why do we care?
it's after Return of the Jedi. Where was she? It just left a lot to open up, and so they got to plug those holes. And so you get Sigourney Weaver in there, who everybody's gonna get behind. Yeah, hey, listen to
I
her. She's telling you what's happening, and everybody's like,
Bro,
"Oh,
dude, I all I needed to see was Sigourney in the freaking Rogue Squadron
dude,
fighter pilot suit,
yeah,
and I'm like 1/6 scale Sigourney Weaver in the. I just want that. I just want my Ripley dressed like, because to me the coolest. I to me I think the X-wing pilots, the Rogue Squadron, I think
mhm,
they are so cool that they're right there with Jedi to me. Just on their aesthetic, what they do, they're no nonsense. I love that aesthetic so much. Like
yeah,
Poe Dameron, like he was really big for me. Um, and I think that, like you said, there are a lot of people who are just really divided Star Wars fans who are like, I just watch the movies. I don't know anything about this cartoon stuff. I was like that, where I was like, I don't know about the cartoons. I don't feel like watching Bad Batch. I don't feel like watching Clone Wars. I don't feel like watching Whoop De Whoop. And then I got turned around because I'm like, there's a lot of Star Wars left on the bone with this stuff, right? There's a lot of Star Wars that, if you are interested, can understand. And I think with Mandalorian and Grogu, because season 3, I think is going to be literally erased from existence. Um, there's a lot of growth there in what we're going to do with Grogu, because that's what I'm saying. Like, is he going to talk finally? Probably not.
not in this one."
Is there going to be any kind of development with this character other than him being cute? I'd hope
No, I
so.
think he's gonna be a badass. I think Grogu's gonna be because at the end of Mandalorian he was a badass. That's what we
Yeah,
saw when he came in and he saved everybody in the fireball. It's like, oh shit, kid can fight. All right, so we're gonna get a big ball of fun. That's it.
yeah.
Get popcorn.
In a new 1/6 scale Mandalorian, and I have the Mandalorian back there. He's right there. You can see
Do-do-do,
his little gun.
do-do-do.
You can even see Grogu right there, lit up, looking crazy. Love me some. I love me some Mandalorian, especially seasons 1 and 2. So
Great.
freaking epic. Speaking of things that
Ooh.
are I'm kind of loving is the Street Fighter official trailer. Wash, did you watch this trailer? And what? Just I don't want to. No preamble. What are your thoughts about all of this?
Well, as someone who watched the 30-second teaser they gave us three times so that I could come on here and not bash it, right? And
Give it a
speak
chance.
intelligently,
Give it a
right?
chance.
This was a longer trailer, so I only watched it twice. So here's what I'm going to say about it. And here's my question to you, Mike. If there's no music, how is this
Mhm.
trailer?
Flat,
Okay, it's
but
gonna be
there is
weird.
music.
So
There is
there is
music.
music. There
Yeah.
is music. There is music. So my thoughts on this trailer is better than the teaser. That said, I see a lot going on. It looks like a Circus de Soleil like type of
Hmm.
film and performance, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to pull off what it is they're trying to do. If they pull it off, fantastic. But this movie looks like it's going to be paced and written
Pacing?
kind of maybe not in the best. So I don't know. I don't know. Also was cuts. What can I say about pacing when I see cuts? I can't
Yeah.
speak to the writing. And what I heard wasn't great, but the colors and everything going on looks great. So it's
Dancing
like pretty,
phalanges,
you
right?
know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
don't know. Your thoughts, Michael. I'm very curious. I wanted to text you as
Uh,
soon as I watched it, like, ooh, what'd you think? But
right,
I saved it for the cast.
right. Save it for the pod. Uh, there's two different directions you can go with something like this, right? And it's almost like a tale of two cities. You have Mortal Kombat 2, which is coming out, and it's a sequel. They've already kind of been down this road. Now they can get into the meat of it. It's a bit more grounded than this is. It's a bit more serious, it feels like in tone. And then you have Street Fighter, which, like you said, is like we don't. It's painfully the homages in this trailer are so painful to enjoy because it's so cool, right? It's like there's a image of Ryu and Ken walking in the street wearing the exact same outfit they wore in the Jean Claude Van Damme '90s Street Fighter movie. Pays homage to that. There's a lot of Street Fighter the animated series. There's a lot of Street Fighter the animated movie in this trailer. Chun Li is literally fighting Vega in her apartment, doing lightning legs into a brick wall. That is straight from the anime, and that's my childhood. That's Street Fighter the animated movie with Ryu and Sagat fighting in the
Goaded.
freaking goated movie of all time, right?
Yep.
Um, so what this trailer is doing right, it's doing really right. But what it's doing wrong is that it doesn't feel cohesive. It feels very here's a cool scene, here's a cool scene, here's a cool scene, here's a fun scene, funner scene. But it doesn't and even in the more serious notes where it's like, okay, this is what's gonna happen in 1992. It almost makes me feel like this is Street Fighter 2 the movie, and
Yeah.
then they're gonna do it almost feels like they're gonna do like a time skip, and it's gonna be Street Fighter 6 the movie. And they're gonna
Which
try
I got
to, you
I
know,
had the same thought with that, and I'm like, okay, I let's not put the cart before the horse, right?
yeah,
Let's not. Oh, Street Fighter France. Let's not do that. Let's just focus on making a solid Street Fighter movie. And yeah, man,
it
I
feels like this is
I
the only
can't
one they're gonna make. Because
I
it's like, why would you do that?
no, of course that's like in this day and age. No, they just didn't say it out loud, which Thank you for that.
Fair.
We have four phases of our Street Fighter universe, ending with a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat versus Capcom situation.
Yeah.
So, you know, like great, but you know, it was fun.
It
It was
looks
fun.
fun.
It was
It looks
fun. It was
I'm not gonna
fun.
kick it out of bed for crackers because there's only two directions you can go with something like this. You go completely outlandish and colorful, almost like Speed. Remember Speed Racer made by the
Yeah,
Wachowskis?
yeah.
Honestly, one of the best anime adaptations, and that's saying a lot because it's anime adaptation. But literally a digital screwdriver to your eye, right? Just the brightest movie of all time. Giving me vibes of that, where it's like Zangief is doing his ultra that looks super rough, shooting Hadoukens. Fine. I'd rather it have that than not have that, right? But at the same time, it doesn't feel cool. It feels fun. And sometimes I want my Street Fighter to feel cool and be fun. You can do both, but this just feels like goofy fun. And I want kind of the swaggy aura kind of factor that I'm not getting from this movie, At least this
I
trailer.
don't I don't need it to be an Oscar-winning film. I
I'm not,
would
I'm
like
not
it to
asking for
not
that.
be I would like it to not be all over the place. That is what I would like. I would like for it to not be all over the place. And by what I mean by that is look at all the pretty bells and whistles as we cruise through all these iconic scenes. And
Yeah.
yet, you know, here's a couple of fights, cool things. Why? uh, Cody Rhodes. Did anybody
Hmm.
just see Ryu throw a fight lightning ball? Like
Oh yeah, we did. We're
it,
watching the
it,
trailer.
it like
Yeah, it's
is there
wink,
a
wink.
reason? And why is that in the trailer? Like, did we want that in the trailer? If that's gonna be a big like, I don't know. So I'm torn, but I'm open. I am
Yeah,
open.
I'm very
I'm
open.
more open than what I
That
was.
yeah.
I'll put it there. I'll
I'm
put
not
it
gonna
there.
lie. I'm
But
probably gonna see this one or two times. I'm not gonna front, dude. But do we need everyone in this movie? We
I don't
have
know. Maybe.
Bison. We have Akuma. We have Ryu. We have Ken. We have almost all the four Heavenly Kings outside of Sagat. Haven't seen Sagat yet.
Oh, we did not.
Which is a
Good
big
call.
one because where
Good
the hell is
call.
Sagat? Blanca is completely CG. Fine. It's just all a lot. It's a lot, man.
I also have issue with the Street Fighter tournament itself and how they were presenting it, where
Mm.
I like my Street Fighter in a back alley and not necessarily a martial arts rink. So um
Ah,
that 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 first when welcome to Street Fighter with the bells of the circus thing, it's like it's cool. You gotta put it somewhere. I get it. So I'm open, but at the same time, it's like yeah, I would have preferred to almost see akin to what's that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where
the
he's the
quest,
not the quest. He was arrested and he broke out and he's like doing all the back alley fights with the
death
black
warrants.
dude. Uh it's not Bloodsport. Is that no, it's not
Nah,
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. That was a
With the
tournament.
black dude and the black dude turns on him at the end and like turns him in or something. Ah, damn it. What is that movie?
Double
It's gonna
impact,
bother me.
dog.
Damn.
You talking about double impact
Damn.
with Dennis Rodman, dog.
Damn.
He talking about he sounds like Death Warrant, dog. You know, there's a bunch of John
No.
Claude Van
It
Damme
was
bangers out there.
it was no, he was like in the French army. What's the French army called? Like
The
the
Legionnaires,
Legion.
dog. He was with the
The
Legionnaires.
Legionnaires. It not
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yes, it reminded me like those scenes because he escapes and then a lot of fights taking the place in the back alley. Like I would have preferred to see that, and that was a lot of time to do that. But the
I think we're gonna
Legionnaires,
get that. I think
sneaky
we're gonna
good
get that
movies.
because we're having fight scenes in clubs. We're having fight scenes in the actual tournament. We're having fight.
But
Ryu does fight Ken in a back alley.
but where's the is that to the tournament or just
I
a
don't
fight?
know.
I don't know. I don't. This is the trailer.
I
I'm
don't
not.
know. It reminds me of
We'll
Mortal
see.
Kombat. What does Shang
October.
Tsung say? My island will be your battleground. You know what I mean? Combat can happen anywhere.
Is that if that's the situation? Cool. And I will say, yeah, this coming out in October. I was expecting a summer movie.
Yeah. It's the summer movie dead
I mean, what do
because
we got coming out this summer?
nothing.
Spider-Man, Brand New
Spider Man's like
Day.
in May.
Star Wars is in May.
I haven't. When's the last time there's? I'm forget. When's
Avengers
the
is
last?
in December.
December's
So,
like in December.
like, yeah,
Is the summer
uh,
movie dead? I don't know.
maybe.
Nothing comes out June, July, August anymore.
Oh, Supergirl, I'm sure is summer.
Is that summer?
Yeah, it's probably summer. One
I
would
hope.
think. Maybe
Maybe. Is the summer movie dead? I can't think of the last time there was a
June
summer movie that was
26th.
fair enough.
There you
Fair
go.
enough. Fair enough. We're moving on.
Summer movie, folks.
Summer movies, folks. Watch them when it's hot. Speaking about things that are hot, is the seats at Marvel Studios, dude.
Yeah,
So let's just talk about this real quick because I have
yeah.
thoughts on it. So last week, Disney got the bright idea to pretty much lay off a good third of their workforce. Over 1,000 people lost their jobs across the entire company of Disney, affecting all of their smaller ventures, and specifically Marvel. Marvel's home entertainment entire division got cuts. The comic company got cuts. Film, team production, finance, legal departments, all got cut. And in typical Disney fashion, they wave a carrot to hide the stick, right? So as all these people and this horrible thing is happening at CinemaCon, they have a big screen up, $33 billion in revenue in Marvel Studios since I Am Iron Man. Watch us kill it. Look at our trailer. Here comes Robert Downey Jr., who just got paid $100 million for one movie role. Like, one thing, Wash, is that just business, or are you also kind of annoyed with how Disney kind of shakes the keys at us in the most dire situations? Or am I overthinking this?
Um, the Lakers get Luca. Do the Lakers season tickets go up?
Probably.
You know what I mean? So they got to pay the bill somehow, right? The
Hmm.
interesting thing here is, and I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but at the end, he says that he laid off the jobs to, and forgive me, to streamline technological advances.
AI.
I mean, Disney's been all over it. They just blew a
AI.
deal with OpenAI, or OpenAI blew the
Yeah,
deal
what it,
with them.
mhm.
So Disney is obviously AI forward thinking. This is the route that they want to go, for better or worse. And not this is not that conversation necessarily,
Yeah.
but um, when you talk about that as the explanation, and then to go do this, it doesn't make it sting any less. You know
It's a
what I
little tone.
mean?
It feels a little tone deaf,
It's completely
right?
tone deaf. Completely.
Right.
100 freaking percent.
Like
100%.
I love
100%, man.
like I
If I
love this
called you and
shit,
I went,
right?
"Hey, Mike, man, can I borrow $50, bro?" And you're like, "Nah, man, I don't have it." And then next week I see you with like a $3,000 new figure, I'm gonna be like, "Damn,
Yeah.
damn."
Or hey, watch, you trying to go drink tonight? Nah, man. Someone broke in my shit. Like all my stuff is gone. I'll pop a bottle in your honor, bro. We partying tonight. Holler at you. You know, it sucks to be you. Holler at your boy. 1,000 years bottle popping, champagne popping.
Right.
What an asshole, right? Like
Right.
I didn't need to hear that right now.
Like, damn.
Maybe you could have held the bottle popping for later when I'm not
Damn.
going through a horrible experience,
Yeah.
right? So maybe Disney kind of spaced this stuff out a little bit. Uh
And who
AI
is that for? Like
what's
look, like
yeah,
the cinemas don't care. They're not making money. The fans don't care. We just want to see a decent freaking movie. The actors don't necessarily care because they're getting paid. So like who is it for? Uh,
themselves. It's masturbatory, bro. You know,
Pat
pat
on the
on the
back.
look at us.
That's
Aren't we doing so well?
that's
You know, you guys
completely
keep it.
unnecessary when you're the mouse.
Hey guys, you keep it down when you're closing the door behind you. Keep it down while we celebrate over here. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to
Yeah.
and I love this stuff, man. I bleed Marvel,
But it's
you
okay
know,
to feel
but
like get a
but I
bad
still
taste in your
feel
mouth.
yeah, I'm still human. Like I understand the plight. I've been laid off before. That is not a fun experience to not know where your next check's coming from out of nowhere. There's nothing you did wrong or right. It
If it
is what
was
it
me,
is.
I probably would have tweeted something like, "Disney, what
Yeah,
do you like, really, bro? Like,
really.
you
And there was dudes that were there for decades running departments. Just
and
oops.
and all their workers going forward are contract to hire, like just contract workers
Yeah,
with small
that's
teams, and it's like
that is the worst. You have no occupational security because we don't know if
no
AI will
nothing.
take your thing. We don't know if
No health insurance, no nothing.
no,
It's
no,
like, oh yeah, just
no.
we're gonna pay you the absolute minimum because we're gonna bid it out to 100,000 individuals,
100,000 individuals
and
because
that's
who doesn't
it.
want to work at Marvel? Who doesn't want to work at Disney? We're gonna pay you the bare minimum, and we're gonna not give you any benefits, and we're gonna work you until we're done, and then you're done, and then and,
Next,
there's, and trust me, there's a long line of people behind you that are looking for your spot, so they'll be happy to swoop in for the next thing we need. Ugh,
yeah, I don't know. The question is, how much good does it really do anybody? No, because we know 1,000 people that didn't do any good for.
at
So,
all.
like, is it gonna do any good for the studios to have less creative talent on hand?
Or
No.
do they feel like is creativity no longer a commodity
Well, when you
when
got AI,
when you
oh,
got
type it
AI?
in.
Prompt us make $1 billion Marvel movie. Put that prompt in the chat GPT and see what comes up. Rolling, you know what I mean? But print budget for said blockbuster Marvel movie.
I
Bad. We don't need a
cannot
finance
lie.
department. We don't need a finance
Oh, did
department.
and since we're on the topic, did you see Brad Pitt or not Brad Pitt? Val Kilmer.
Yeah, they made a whole movie and they digitized his face, bro. Death mask stuff. We talked about
A-
that before.
his estate allowed him to be AI generated for
Hmm.
this movie, so it's completely Val
Complicit.
Kilmer AI generated in this movie, and there is a tad bit of the uncanny valley that's going on there, especially with
Hmm.
that last scene when he starts to talk, because you're like, is it 1990? Like it's no, it's 2026. What the f am I watching?
Hey,
But at the same time, it's like we are only going to see more of this happen, and for a minute, we're going to get bad stuff. Like
because it's
losing 1,000
yeah,
creatives is not helpful. That's a lot of experience in creative.
it's very short sighted,
Very, with
right?
this, if you're a freaking mouse with that freaking much money, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
It makes me feel like it makes me feel like the world's gonna end like in 10 or 20 years. And we don't know it yet. So everybody's just cashing out. You know what I mean? Like that's so short-sighted because AI into itself needs fresh content to grow. And after a while,
Well,
it's just like an Ouroboros, right? It's a snake eating its own tail. So, like you said, in 20 years from now, you will be getting a 19-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 7
fact,
fight, fighting a 15-year-old, Leonardo DiCaprio and a 21-year-old Catherine Zeta-Jones,
fact.
and there will not be one human on the screen.
And it probably costs like less. Well,
It
it
costs
costs like a
less.
whole bunch of water, but
Oh
it,
yeah,
it,
earthly
it,
resources that we turbo need.
but
Yeah,
time, not much.
time and money, time and U.S. currency, not that much.
No,
Nope. Hopefully I'm gone before all that madness
don't say
starts
that,
because
man.
I
Don't
don't want
say
to
that.
see it.
It's all
Speaking
good.
of things that may be gone, is the Statue of Liberty.
AI is cool.
Hmm. It's cool until it's literally walking down the street with optimists and shit,
I'm fine.
with with laser guns with the 40-watt range.
Let's roll.
I for one welcome our ant overlords.
Cool.
I for one welcome our Godzilla overlord. We got our first teaser for Godzilla minus zero. Just when the ashes were enough, he's gonna come back and step on the ashes to make smaller ashes. By the look of this teaser, things still aren't sweet, right? This takes place in 1949. Whatever happened, it still happened, and Godzilla's back for seconds. Wash, what did you think of this teaser? And to fix the sins of Godzilla minus one, do you plan on seeing this in the theater?
Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Maybe. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that as an option, but it probably would be pretty good. I was stoked to see this trailer, mainly because we just watched one. Please watch our review. That was a great review.
Great review.
Um, and I thought that this trailer picked up right where, like, I felt the same type of like, yeah, this is it. this isn't like fun Godzilla. This is like,
No,
oh,
I'm not your friend, Godzilla.
yeah, this is like, oh shit,
Nah,
Godzilla.
this is
It's
oh shit, Godzilla.
and so
Yeah.
it was a short trailer, 29 seconds long, but I absolutely loved it. No idea when this movie's coming out, but absolute must watch. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, maybe. I've never seen a Godzilla in a movie theater
Oh
before,
my
so maybe.
gosh.
Yeah, no, I've never seen a Godzilla in a movie theater,
Ooh,
so
I
maybe.
watched Shin Godzilla in black and white on the big screen.
There you
It's
go.
insane, dog.
There you go.
I'm hype for this because much like what's funny is I didn't even get to see Super Mario Galaxy when it was in theaters. I told myself I was gonna go see it, but I just didn't go see it. Hopefully, I have the wherewithal to stop what I'm doing and go see this because Godzillas are very much a theater movie. It's like going to go see Star Wars or Jurassic Park or Dune for that matter. You want the Dolby sound, you want the IMAX experience, you want him towering over you. And him walking up on the Statue of Liberty. This is the first time a Godzilla's been in the United States since I think like Matthew Broderick and
Okay.
P Diddy, you know what I mean, and Come With Me and all that garbage. Um, so I'm curious to see the Japanese love poking fun at America. So I'm curious to see what kind of damage Godzilla's going to do to New York, and if there are, and how slimy it's going to get, and how petty it's going to get. Let's go. Um, and I'm hearing a lot of the Godzilla heads out there saying this is not the same Godzilla that's in his earlier uh teaser of this same trailer. So we may have a Son of Godzilla situation going on.
Well, I didn't think because the other Godzilla got blown up, so this is a new Godzilla. So I was like 2 years later, I was like, that damn thing grew pretty
Healed like
quick
nothing.
because yeah, I healed. I guess it didn't die.
Not
'Cause-
because at the very end of the
Okay,
movie you see it coming kind of
it
re
was that's what was happening. I couldn't remember if like it had broken off and started respawning itself or not. So it was healing. That's what
yeah.
I'm remembering. Okay. Yeah, no, no, dude, I great. I Godzilla minus one, so good, so unexpected and so damn good.
One of my favorite parts of that review is you're like, Mike, you watch a lot of Godzilla, right? When did Godzilla get a healing factor? And I'm like, never. That's busted. Why are you gonna give this thing a healing factor? It's hard enough to damage it already. Now it's Wolverine. You know, come on, guys.
Unnecessary, but that looks like what we
Unnecessary.
got. And now that you mention it, like it taking place in America, I'm wondering how the Japan story to America story, because we obviously see the kamikaze bomber, whatever his name is, and it's
Yeah.
like, did you fly from Japan to fight over here? We the way we treated y'all when you said, "Oh, there's a giant Godzilla," the U.S. was like, "No, y'all got to handle that. We got nobody for you." So to
Now,
see, right?
touche,
It's like
right? Hey guys, your problem's over here now. Well, it sounds like a you problem to me. They're still
correct.
sweep. They're
Like
still sweeping up our ashes, Doug. You know,
popping
1949.
bottles, thousand
Hey,
years popping
1,000 years.
bottles, baby.
Hey,
Yeah.
champagne popping. Hope y'all have fun with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Godzilla coming through, Doug. You know,
Yeah.
heat blasting New York in 1949, bro.
No
We'll see.
respect.
Respect, Doug. Speaking of things that I don't know if I should respect, Bloodborne. We talk about this a lot on this channel because this is one of the weirdest video games ever made. Only because of the history behind it. Its neglect, not from Sony, but by its creator. So, a little bit of backstory. Bloodborne was one of the very first video games to premiere on the PS3, I want to say, PS4. And
PS3.
it's one of the PS3, right?
Yeah.
Damn, it's a
PS.
PS3 game.
Yeah, late
From
stage.
FromSoft, they do all the Souls games. And this is the redheaded stepchild, but honestly, the favorite of FromSoft. This is on record their favorite project that they've ever made. And Sony has never done anything with it. There's been no remasterings, there's been no remakes, there's been no sequels, nothing. And it's been about 20 years at this point, something crazy like that. And very recently, we find out that it wasn't a Sony thing. everybody for years thought, oh, Sony just has abandoned Bloodborne. Why is everything under the sun getting a remake? The Last of Us has gotten like 3 remakes already. Why can't Bloodborne? And it's like, no, man. FromSoft said no. And they're like, no, don't touch my things. We want to do it. But we have 101 different things we have to do. We just don't have time to do it. So if we're not going to do it, nobody's going to do it. You could do it, but it will piss us off. It will take our ball and go home to another developer and buy Sony. So it's like, we don't want to rock that boat. Apparently, the boat's been rocked because Sony, in league with Sean McLaughlin, known as Jacksepticeye, have come together to produce a PlayStation exclusive Bloodborne R-rated animated movie in development. More interesting than the actual this being a thing is that a YouTuber has pulled together his funds to be a producer of a film, much like that one movie that just came out that actually did quite well, the horror movie. It was produced by Markiplier. Have you ever heard of Markiplier?
Yeah, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
It's a movie. I can't. It's based off a video game. I can't remember the name of it. It's like a Cthulhu horror game that he made a movie about, and it did well in the box office. My question is, are these streamers that are breaking in dough, like a Kai Cenat, a Speed, are these our future Hollywood producers making making content not based on any particular experience in the field? They're just dudes on screen, much like us. Are they
Folks,
qualified to produce this kind of stuff?
please like and subscribe to our channel
Please, like,
because that
because one day maybe match with the Nerdiverse. Maybe one
we'll make
day
a He-Man movie. You
we'll
know
make a
what I mean?
fucking He-Man movie.
There you go. I don't know if it's our future, but I'm sure. Look, the way movies get made is very, very like you got money. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
money. Yeah, you got money. Yeah, you know what? I think we can make a movie. Here, give me your money. I'm going to make sure that it goes to the right place and we're going to make a movie. And
hmm
so,
hmm
that very much could have been Sony's pitch to, you know, a YouTuber with a bunch of money because I'm sure,
And a bunch
everybody's
of
out there trying,
followers.
everybody's out there pitching their films, trying to get financing. Like Tom Cruise, there's a famous, not too long ago, interview that Tom Cruise did where he was talking about during COVID, he had to call everybody to get freaking whatever movie he made, like
It was
finance.
like
It
a,
might
it was
have
a,
been
it
a
was a
Mission
Mission
Impossible,
Impossible.
might have been
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, and he's just calling everybody. He's like, "No, I'm making this damn movie. I don't care. We're making it." And so you need money to make a movie. So, yeah, I hope not. I hope not, but at the same time, if he backed it and it makes a buck, good on him. Good for the investment. That said, should Sony be making this? Is it coming out on Netflix? And will it be good? Oh,
All
highly
questions.
questionable.
All
Oh,
questions.
highly questions.
I
Like,
don't. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know
know. And if it's not good, what does
what
that do to the
happens.
brand?
Oh my god, it's
Because
such
it's
a
the only thing they've
gamble.
done.
It's such a gamble.
Well,
What if
go
it's
back and play the
bad?
game.
And
I
like
don't want to.
FromSoft is like, yeah, we're never touching this again. It happened. Batman and Robin was so bad they didn't make a Batman movie for like 20 years.
I mean, it killed karmic
Superhero
video game movies, superhero movies. It killed
for
them.
2 decades.
Yeah.
They killed superhero movies altogether. What if it's
If
bad?
if this thing comes out on Netflix and it turns into a Tomb Raider or
Devil May Cry.
a Devil May Cry type of situation, dude, that's not good for anybody. And when you say Sony, well, Sony's doing it.
They don't
That
give a
doesn't
shit.
instill me. Yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't instill
they
me
don't
with a
care.
ton of like, oh, okay, Sony's
Brand,
doing it.
mark of approval. No, bro, they don't care.
Yeah,
Have you watched Uncharted
but
with damn Tom Holland, bro?
money, Ching, and that movie made
Money.
nothing.
Movie made nothing. I
Yeah.
don't. It may do more harm than good. I understand that Jacksepticeye is apparently a huge Bloodborne fan, like huge, and he knows the ins and outs of it. But you can do that, and it's in your words. You're not the only voice in that room. There's a lot of people that are going to be. He's a co-financing. There's a lot of voices in that room, and your voice may not be the loudest, Jacksepticeye, and they may
Correct.
want to go in a direction that's not conducive to the lore of this of the source material.
And that's how we get like projects like the Brad Pitt zombie movie that took
World War
forever to
Z,
be made. Yeah, like that's how we
too
get
many
these
chefs.
situations. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know, but good on him for finding a project to invest in, man. Good
I
on
just
you.
think, I just think it's not safe to piss off the golden goose, which is from Soft, and it's like, well, you won't let us make a video game, so we're going to make a movie. And I
I
wonder
think
if they even, I wonder if they even like talked to them about it.
I don't know.
Sometimes that happens.
Sean, no, not Sean. Whoever the guy is, I saw his interview that he had on YouTube a couple of days ago, talking about how excited he is to make Bloodborne, and
Yeah,
I was
the
just like,
Jacksepticeye guy. Yeah,
yeah, and I was just like, is that who that was? Okay,
yeah.
and I was just like, um, y- I don't think this is the next thing that needs to be made. I love animation. I just don't think that this is the next thing that they should be doing in the series. Like you should be making a Bloodborne 2. That's it. That's it.
I mean, if
That's it.
it's such a, yeah, man. It's
That's it.
Half-Life 3, the movie.
Half
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants
nobody
that.
wa-
Nobody
Nobody's
wants
asking
that.
for that.
Nobody's asking
Nobody,
for that.
and it also reminded me of our conversation with Nintendo. Oh well, we're making movies because people
It's
don't play
so
games.
easier, and
Yeah.
apparently we can't do anything wrong. It's just I don't
And to
know.
say that in the movie business, when films lose money every
All
single week,
that
like,
Warner Brothers. What is it? You
yeah,
know, Wiley Coyote versus Acne.
dude,
You know,
I don't know, not
fun.
safe.
Speaking of things that may not be safe, and kind
Yeah.
of, I think this is the last slide we have this evening. Here's the thing: we got a kind of nothing burger of an announcement for Spaceballs, the new one, and that's the official title, not Spaceballs: The Search for More Money, which has been preordained for almost 40 years now. Um, he even and it's just a quick little 90-second conversation with 98,000-year-old Mel Brooks, who is just as alive and lively and joking, and it's good to see him. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, these are people you don't see every day because he's older. He's not chilling. He's producing. He's like he's having a good time. Normally, this wouldn't make the docket, right? Because it's nothing. It's not a trailer. It's just him. But seeing Mel Brooks now in the year of our Lord 2026 talking about, I was going to call it the search for more money, but we found the money. Look, and he
It
goes like
was in
this.
my
It is like
basement.
it was in the basement. And it's like a little leprechaun trail of
Uh,
money. So he's like, oh, it didn't feel right to call it that anymore. And everyone kept asking me, when are you gonna make a new one? When are you gonna make a new one? So you know what it's called? Spaceballs, the new one. And it's like there there are three movies that if you want to know who Mike G is, and these are the three movies I've watched, maybe no hyperbole, 1,000 times growing up, from 0 to 15 was Spaceballs, RoboCop, and Masters of the Universe. I talk about it all the time. Channels named after it, for Christ's sake. Spaceballs means something to me, man. It's my favorite Mel Brooks movie of all time. So seeing Mel up here doing his thing, knowing that Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to do this film, everyone who's still living is doing this film. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal to me. So I asked all that preamble to say, Wash, uh, one, what is your favorite Mel Brooks film? And B, are you anywhere kind of in the atmosphere of this may not be great? Does Mel Brooks still have some in the tank? What are your thoughts?
History of the World Part 1 and 2.
Gregory Himes, tap dancing.
Um,
Yeah.
and Does Mel Brooks? I think I don't remember what your second question was after that,
Does Mel
but
Brooks still have it? Is there a possibility that this could fail, not be funny, outdated?
no,
The whole
I
shebang.
don't. I think that this is going to wind up into whatever it ends up being. That's what I was going to say. Is I'm not a huge Spaceballs fan. Of course, I've seen it three, four, five times like everybody else. But being a Star Wars fan, for me, it's always kind of the slap in the face to Star Wars. It's like, bro, I will just watch Star Wars. You know, I,
Have
I
fun.
don't need
Yeah.
to laugh. You know, I mean, so
Stop that
uh,
laughing.
so I don't have that attachment to it. That said, I enjoyed seeing Mel Brooks. I do expect this to be funny. I do expect it to be good in the strange type of innocent type of movie that we don't necessarily get anymore. Like because there's a bunch of actors in it that Rick Moranis who hasn't been on screen in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're going to get something that's a tad bit more wholesome, that's a tad bit funny, and I'm here for it. Like I love the fact that he opened it with the way he did. Like he's like, here you go, folks. Hell, he's pretty much saying, you know what? I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but here we are.
But
And,
here we are.
here's how little it actually means is this is what we're naming it. Is like,
Yeah.
this is just for the fans. It's for you all. We wanted to make it. We wanted to get it out there. So here it is. And they were able to get the crew back together and as a big Honey I Shrunk the Kids fan, someone who
Yeah.
watched those movies dozens and dozens of times, I like Rick Moranis. We mentioned him earlier in
He's a
Ghostbusters.
sweet
Like
spirit,
it's
man.
going
He's
to
such a
be
good guy.
good to see him back on the screen
Hmm.
in whatever role he decides to do in just this and go back retirement or he proceeds on. It's just good to see him back in the game and good to see Mel. So I don't know how you can walk away from any of this with bad feelings. Is essentially what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right.
Like
Versus. Okay.
you
I,
hate bunnies. It's like, all right, I hate bunnies.
but
Fuck.
on the other side of this coin, we're getting scary movie whatever,
Yeah, I don't.
which is the exact same thing. Right?
It's that's not done by Mel Brooks.
No, but it's the
That
exact
doesn't
same
have
kind of.
Rick Moranis in
That
it.
doesn't
Like,
have. It has Anna Faris though. She's
and
coming
it's a
back.
spoof off of like one property, not 80.
Yeah, so scary movies always been a spoof of all the horror movies, whatever horror movies are hot at that moment.
Yeah,
Spaceballs, one Spaceball ever spoofed Star Wars, and that's Star Wars then. Star Wars is so crazier now. I have no idea what this movie's gonna be with
gonna be
how much Star
funny.
Wars. It's gonna be great, but
Yeah,
it's like this is the lighter side of nostalgia.
yeah.
Nostalgia is weaponized against us literally every single day. They prey upon our nostalgia, right? Spider-Man, Marvel, Star Wars, they prey upon our nostalgia. But every once in a while, you'll get something that's wholesomely nostalgic. This feels like that, right? Like we haven't done it in a while. We're doing it for you, the fans. They can't make money off it because it's still a spoof of Star Wars, and they still have their, the only reason that Spaceballs was even made is because they can never do marketing. That was the agreement between LucasArts and Mel Brooks is that you can't market any of this stuff. You can't make toys, you can't make video games, you can't make shirts. That still
But
stands to
it
today.
still lives today, like
Yes. So it's
without any of that.
they're not gonna make money off this. They maybe,
No,
maybe.
no, this is
It's not
literally
about
this thing.
that.
No, this is literally if there was ever a project for a group of people that's like this is for you, that's what this is. This isn't for to bring in a new audience to Spaceballs.
No.
This is for people who are like,
This
"Where's
is for me.
Spaceballs 2?" Like,
This is
the
for
quest
what's his
for
name?
money.
Mike G. How old is he?
Yes,
Okay, we're making a
yes.
movie for him. You
Yes.
know?
It probably gonna end up costing a total of $5 to make this movie, right? Like
I don't
like
expect industrial lights and magic
no.
to come in and blow our. What if the first trailer opens up and it looks just like Mandalorian and Grogu levels of like CG and they got the money? That
That'd
would
be
be it.
dope.
But Mel Brooks is a genius, so
Yeah,
he may have called in some favors on this.
he could.
Hey, I mean they got Bill Pullman back.
you
You
know
know what I'm
everybody
saying?
wants to be a part of it, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like, what?
A
You're
Mel
doing
Brooks
this?
movie?
It, like how cool is it to be that cool of a person that everybody wants to work with
Yeah.
you? B, to have a property everybody wants to be in, that it's like, and see, and it's super
Yo.
wholesome. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's no
There's
bad
nothing
blood
there's
here.
there's no bad blood. It's like, yo, get me on
No.
that Spaceballs. I don't care what I gotta be. It's the equivalent of
Yeah,
Daniel Craig wanting to be in The Force Awakens. Don't even have to show my face. I just want to be on screen
just want to
somewhere.
be there.
I want to be in the background. I want to say I was a part of it. That's how Samuel Jackson got the role for Mace Windu. You ain't gotta make me nothing crazy. I just want to be a part of it. Here's a purple lightsaber. Okay, great. I'll run with that too. You know what I'm
Lucas,
saying?
Lu I just want to be a part of it. I just want to be a part of it, man. Let me
This,
in.
here,
That's
listen to
all.
watch. This is a bit. You hear him? Let this man on set somewhere, dog.
Please,
Please.
please.
Anywhere, it doesn't even
I'll
matter.
sweep. It's fine.
I don't give a shit. I'll be a toilet droid. Just let me have 5 seconds on film, dog. That's it. That is the episode 160 Disney the Decepticon of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast. Wash, at the end of all things, out of these four topics, which one did you enjoy talking about the most?
Honestly, I think they were all great topics tonight, but I think I'm also going to end on Street Fighter just because we're both
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't
I'm
know.
not getting my hopes up. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be like, oh, this movie's going to be dope
Oh,
because
it's the
I
best
can't,
thing.
I can't, I can't, I don't
I'm
know
either
that.
going to be hype when I walk out the theater or pissed off.
Well,
No in between. And that YouTube troll is either going to be right or wrong. There's no in between.
What
And I
movie
still
played fan service that you watched recently? I could have sworn there was something that we or you watched recently that did nothing but play fan service all game, all movie, and you were just like, dude, I didn't need any of that. I'm gonna have to think
um
about that. I don't remember.
Anaconda, maybe that's the most. It's,
Oh, yeah, maybe it was Anaconda because you turned that off. You were
I
like,
turned it off.
nah.
When it's too referential, it loses the spark, right?
Yeah.
Referential humor is a balancing act, bro. You can't make Star Wars the movie about Star Wars and let it be about Star Wars and it not be Star Wars. It's like what Masters of the Universe is doing. It's a He-Man movie about He-Man, but it's not about it's about He-Man. But everyone's aware of He-Man. So it's like it's like you have to. It's such a delicate dance when you do that, and you can turn on your audience so quick because it's like this is annoying at this point. You know what I mean? And it kind of rubs you the wrong way. Uncanny
Especially
Valley.
considering it's a video game, and we've talked about the like it's a video game movie, man. So going in, we're going, all
Fine,
right.
be
So,
that.
if you're gonna give me the kicking the car scene, it better be better than playing the kicking
It
car
better be
scene.
beautiful.
You
But I
know?
will
Like,
say, I'm more interested in this than Street Fighter than Marvel than Mortal Kombat 2.
yeah, yeah, I'll give you that.
At least this
I'll
has a
give you that.
pulse.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat 2
this
doesn't have
has
a
some
pulse to
energy.
me.
Yeah, that
This has some
no
energy.
energy. Yeah, no energy on Mortal Kombat.
And that big guy who plays Zangief plays the main villain in the third season of Reacher. I had to watch that
Oh,
season
that's
because that
that
big
dude.
guy, yeah, the big inhumanly big dude who plays Zangief. So I'm hyped to see Reacher love in this movie. So, uh that being said, Wash, do you have any last thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, solid weekend coming up. We'll see what we get into, and yeah, I hope everyone has a good one.
I hope everyone has a good, safe weekend. Eat cake, smoke cake, whatever you need to do. Just be safe out there. Understand them boys is on you. So just be wary and aware. Watch some anime this weekend. That's your homework for this weekend. Find an anime to watch. Watch Ninja Scroll. It's
Yeah.
great stuff to watch. You know, watch, Seto Kaizen or whatever the new stuff is. That being said, before we close out, I always like to ask everyone to thank you for coming through this evening and hanging out with us. Thank you, Bradley, for coming through and keeping the home fires warm. Remember to like our content so we can grow the channel. I finally was able to fix our shorts. So a couple of new shorts came out. One that really caught fire was being watched talking about him loving cake so much.
Oh,
That
that's
kind of
funny.
hit. That kind of hit a little bit. We got some good views on that one. If it feels good, do it. So we're gonna have more shorts coming out. Uh, we got some lores coming up. We thank you guys for voting on the lore. I guess I can reveal it here, and we can do this live really quick
Yeah,
before
because I don't know what it is. So yeah.
wash. Perfect tie between two of the lores: NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, and the Necronomicon, Evil Dead. Are you willing to flip a coin and choose
Yeah.
what's going to be the lore right now,
You
live on
yeah,
stream?
you got one by you?
Broke as hell, man. Do I have any coins or anything? I'd love to flip a coin and we could just decide right here and now what's
I
going to
do
be the
not
new
have a
lore.
coin.
That's okay. I can go on my phone really quickly and we can do a digital coin flip. So I'm going to ask Gemini to give me a number, randomly generated number. Do you want odds or evens? Odd.
I'll take odd.
All right. Your choice was NetherRealm.
Another
I'll take
round.
even. I'll take Necronomicon. That makes
All right.
sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it. Give me a random number, single digit. 7. Odd.
Odd.
You're the winner.
That's me.
Necronomicon. That's the next lore.
No, another round.
NetherRealm.
You know what? We can do
NetherRealm.
we can do necro.
No, it was just that was a Freudian slip. That was a Freudian slip. I
We
'cause I
already
hate
flipped the
losing.
I was like, we already did the damn thing. I was like, no, we could do the necro now because Netherlands gonna be. That's not gonna be easy. But I knew that going in when I put it down on the list. So, but
And yeah,
that's what we do it, folks.
that may not be a next week content. Maybe you have to be the
Uh,
week after next
yeah,
because
that I need
we
to.
need time to do lores. We need time to do lores.
Yeah.
So, NetherRealm, um, Mortal Kombat, games, movies, cartoons. There's a lot of NetherRealm out there. We're gonna be talking about the land itself, dude. So, with that being said, get hype about that. I thank you, Bradley. I saw this report. I don't know how to feel. Send it over to me, brother. We'll figure it out. Man, I'm bringing back figured it out.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do with figured it out. It needs a retooling, so we'll be back with that. That being said, I'm of course Master Nerdiverse Mike G. He's of course the Master Nerdiverse Wash. We are the Master Nerdiverse podcast, and I'm going to tell everyone to MOTN out. Out the MOTN. Take care, everybody.